Next question, limit n tends to infinity 1 by n cube into step of 1 squared x plus 1 squared plus step of 2 squared x plus 2 squared plus step of 3 squared x plus 3 squared plus and so on plus step of n squared x plus n squared. So what we have to do is, so very simple here, we know that step of x plus I is equals to step x plus I whenever I is an integer. But fortunately in every bracket function, I mean it's a step function, 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared and so on, n squared is added. So what I want to do is, I want to bring all the things back. Limit n tends to infinity 1 by n cube into step of 1 squared x plus 1 squared plus step of 2 squared x plus 2 squared plus step of 3 squared x plus 3 squared plus and so on plus step of n squared x plus n squared x plus n squared. Suppose if you see this, so step function followed by 1 squared, step function followed by 2 squared, 3 squared, like that. So what I want to do is, limit n tends to infinity 1 by n cube into, first of all I want to write the terms, numeric integers here, 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus and so on plus n squared. This is nothing but sigma n squared. 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus and so on plus n squared is sigma n squared, and this is equals to plus step of 1 squared x plus step of 2 squared x plus step of 3 squared x plus and so on plus step of n squared x. Step of n squared x. Next part, every step function, I mean say, we know that step x can be expressed as x minus fractional part of x. Step x can be expressed as x minus fractional part of x. So I want to write same thing like limit n is tending to infinity 1 by n cube into sigma n squared plus 1 squared x minus fractional part of 1 squared x, because step x is equals to x minus fractional part of x. In the likewise 2 squared x minus fractional part of 2 squared x plus 3 squared x minus fractional part of 3 squared x plus and so on n squared x minus fractional part of n squared x. Why I am writing fractional part and normal function is, fractional part of x is always a finite value lying between 0 to 1. So that is the reason behind this to write like this. This is nothing but limit n tends to infinity 1 by n cube into sigma n squared. Suppose if you look here, 1 squared x plus 2 squared x plus 3 squared x plus and so on plus n squared x. This is nothing but sigma n squared into x. Sigma n squared into x minus fractional part of 1 squared into x, fractional part of 2 squared into x and so on. This you can write sigma r is equals to 1 to n fractional part of r squared into x. R squared into x. Now I want to simplify each and everything. This is equals to limit n is tending to infinity sigma n squared by n cube plus limit n is tending to infinity sigma n squared by n cube into x minus, here we have the discussion. We know that 0 is less than or equals to fractional part of 1 squared into x is less than 1. Similarly, 0 is less than or equals to fractional part of 2 squared into x is less than 1. 0 is less than or equals to fractional part of 3 squared x is less than 1 and so on. 0 is less than or equals to fractional part of n squared into x is less than 1. Suppose if I add all these things, 0 is less than or equals to sigma r equals to 1 to n fractional part of r squared x is less than n. So this value is in between 0 to n. So maximum value itself is n. Therefore, you can, by writing this as n by n cube, because I took the maximum value here, n by n cube, as n is tending to infinity, because it is always oscillating between 0 to 1. Even though if you take its maximum, it will be n by n cube. Sigma n squared by n cube is 1 by 3, because already we proved in earlier sessions, plus this is 1 by 3 into x. This is anyhow n by n cube is tending to 0. Therefore, answer is 1 plus x by 3. Answer is 1 plus x by 3. Into cos x by 4 into cos x by 8 into and so on cos x by 2 power n. Here the angles are continuously decreasing by 2. Means the angles are in GP and they are in continued product. So out of all the things, this is the least one. So what I am going to do is, I want to take x by 2 power n is equals to x by 2 power n is equals to theta. So that x by 2 power n minus 1 will become 2 theta. X by 2 power n minus 2 will become 2 squared theta, or you can say 4 theta. And so on. What is the last angle? X by 2. X by 2 will become 2 power n minus 1 into theta. Very simple. So you can write this as 2 into 2 power n minus 1. X by 2 will become 2 power n minus 1 into theta. I want to rewrite this question like this is equals to limit. So first of all, I want to simplify this part. Later I will write the limit part. This will be equals to, I want to write from right to left. This is equals to cos theta into cos 2 theta into cos 4 theta into and so on cos 2 power n minus 1 into theta. Here the biggest challenging is, I want to convert this into simple angle. Like this can be obtained very simple way, like by multiplying and dividing with 2 sin theta. This is 2 sin theta into cos theta into cos 2 theta into cos 4 theta into and so on cos 2 power n minus 1 theta divided by 2 sin theta. Now 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. So that it will become sin 2 theta cos 2 theta cos 4 theta into and so on cos 2 power n minus 1 into theta divided by 2 sin theta. So I want to write entire question into simple function. Again here sin 2 theta cos 2 theta is there. So I want to multiply and divide with 2 again. So that it will become sin 2 theta cos 2 theta will be equals to sin 4 theta. Sin 4 theta cos 4 theta and so on. Suppose if you continue entire procedure after one stage, it is going to be converted as sin 2 power n theta by 2 power n into sin theta. Because I have to multiply 2 n number of times so that it will become 2 power n. Moreover, this 2 theta will become 4 theta, next 4 theta will become 8 theta. Finally, we are going to get here sin 2 power n minus 1 theta into cos 2 power n minus 1 theta, so that it will become sin 2 power n theta. What is sin 2 power n theta? 2 power n into theta is equals to x. Therefore, this is equals to sin x by 2 power n into sin theta is equals to sin x by 2 power n. Now the biggest challenge is, this is the simplified part of this question. Now solving the entire part when n is tending to infinity. We know that. Now I want to convert. Now question will become limit n tends to infinity sin x by 2 power n into sin x by 2 power n. Now we have to see here, whenever n is tending to infinity, when n tends to infinity, no doubt in it, 1 by 2 power n tends to 0. So x by 2 power n is tending to 0. X by 2 power n is tending to 0. Now I have to get a form like limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta. Here sin x is free from n. So you can write sin x out because there is no impact of x here. Sin x into 1 by limit x by 2 power n tends to 0, x by 2 power n tends to 0, sin x by 2 power n divided by x by 2 power n. Here anyhow 2 power n is there, you can write this as x by 2 power n. To balance this, don't forget to multiply with x. Here x will be gets cancelled. This is denominator by denominator, it will come to 2 power n. So finally this is like limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta. Hence will be equals to sin x by x. Hence final answer is sin x by x. Here the crucial part is whenever n is tending to infinity, x by 2 power n tends to 0. 1 by, because sin x is free from n, so I am taking it out. 1 by limit x by 2 power n tends to 0, sin x by 2 power n. I am writing this 2 power n as x by 2 power n, means denominator to the denominator. To balance this x, I multiplied with 1x. It is looking like limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta, it will be equals to 1. So it will be equals to 1, hence 1 into x. Here we have sin x, so sin x by x. Question, limit x tends to infinity, x plus 5 into tan inverse x plus 5 minus x plus 1 into tan inverse x plus 1. So whenever x is tending to infinity, x plus 5 is tending to infinity and tan inverse x plus 5 is tending to pi by 2. This is also tending to infinity, tan inverse x plus 1 is tending to pi by 2. So infinity into pi by 2 minus infinity into pi by 2. It is an indeterminate form. To convert this into determinant form, what I am going to do is limit x tends to infinity. Tan inverse x can be x, anyhow x is positive. So you can write x plus 5 into tan inverse x plus 5 can be expressed as pi by 2 minus cot inverse x plus 5. Pi by 2 minus cot inverse x plus 5. So pi by 2 minus cot inverse x plus 5, or else you can write even 1 by tan inverse x plus 5 also. This is tan inverse 1 by x plus 5. This is x plus 1 into pi by 2 minus cot inverse x plus 1, because tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equals to pi by 2. Hence tan inverse of x plus 1 can be expressed as pi by 2 minus cot inverse x plus 1. Now if you look here, this is equals to limit x is tending to infinity. If I take pi by 2 common, this is x plus 5. Here we have minus x minus 1. Here x plus 5 into pi by 2. Here minus of x plus 1 into pi by 2. Minus x plus 5 into cot inverse x plus 5 can be expressed as tan inverse 1 by x plus 5, because it is anyhow positive. X is anyhow positive. So minus into minus will become plus. Plus x plus 1 into tan inverse 1 by x plus 1. Tan inverse 1 by x plus 1. If you look here, x and x will be gets cancelled. This will be equals to limit x is tending to infinity. Pi by 2 into 5 minus 1 is equals to 4. Minus limit x is tending to infinity, x plus 5 into tan inverse 1 by x plus 5 plus limit x tends to infinity, x plus 1 into tan inverse 1 by x plus 1. So here it is independent of x, so no need to worry about x. Hence it will be equals to 2 pi minus. Look here, as x is tending to infinity, x plus 5 is also tending to infinity. X plus 5 is tending to infinity. Hence 1 by x plus 5 is tending to 0. 1 by x plus 5 is tending to 0. In the like manner, 1 by x plus 1 is also tending to 0. Now what I am going to do is, This can be expressed as limit 1 by x plus 5 is tends to 0, tan inverse 1 by x plus 5 divided by, this x plus 5 can be expressed as 1 by x plus 5. Now likewise, limit 1 by x plus 1 is tending to 0, tan inverse 1 by x plus 1 by 1 by x plus 1. It is looking like limit theta tends to 0, tan theta by theta, or tan inverse theta by theta. This is nothing but 1 from standard limits by taking the application of standard limit. This is also equals to 1. Hence answer is, this is equals to 2 pi minus 1 plus 1. So answer will be 2 pi. So this is the way to solve this question.